The poor girl had only $8 tucked in her purse for a blind date. The man at the next table, a single dad and CEO, noticed her and quietly covered her meal. The restaurant buzzed with the gentle murmur of weeknight diners. Soft music floated in the background, glasses chimed, and silverware tapped porcelain. Candlelight flickered across wooden tables and navy linens. It wasn't a fancy place, but it was the nicest Haley had ever been to for a date. She hesitated at the door, smoothing the sides of her vintage, pearl-colored dress, frayed slightly at the edges. It had belonged to her mother and was her armor and hope all at once. She had curled her blonde hair and applied the little makeup she could afford, soft pink lips masking a storm of nerves. Reservation for Haley, the hostess asked with polite firmness. Haley followed her to a small table by the window, clutching her purse, knees tucked in. She glanced at her watch. 6:45 p.m., 15 minutes early. She needed time to breathe. Maybe, just maybe, this time would be different. She scanned the room, pretending casual interest, but her gaze kept returning to the door. Aaron, the man she met on a dating app, had seemed kind and thoughtful. Short, sweet messages had led her here, to this place, after months of hesitation. Years, really. At a nearby table, Ethan Blake stirred his scotch, suit charcoal gray, posture relaxed, but his eyes were sharp. He had left meetings behind and yet felt drawn to the young woman by the window. Something in her reminded him of when he used to believe in beginnings, sparked by nothing more than a glance. Minutes past 15:30. Haley checked her phone. No messages. She reread the last text. Can't wait to see you tonight. The flicker of hope. By 7:30, a call went to voicemail. The server approached. Would you like to order? Haley shook her head. I'm waiting for someone. Inside her purse was $8. Her emergency fund. She hadn't planned to spend it, hoping the man would arrive and share a meal. But then her phone buzzed. The text stung. Not worth it. Just kidding. You really thought I'd show up. Ethan, observing quietly, noticed her fingers tighten around the napkin. The color drained from her face. Her spine straightened. He recognized the look, the mix of hope and fear, the ache of being unseen. A server appeared with a plate of pasta and a sparkling lemonade. Someone requested this for you. Tabs covered. Haley froze. Ethan's voice, calm and low, reached her. It's not charity. You deserve this, even if the world says otherwise. He pulled out a chair and sat, without pretense. Take care of your hunger before worrying about anyone else's heart. The warmth of the food grounded her. They didn't speak much. No awkward small talk, no pity, just presence. Weeks passed. Haley accepted small invitations from Ethan, workshops, research meetings, moments with his daughter. She asked thoughtful questions, quietly offered help, and became part of their routine. The interactions were gentle and unforced, but mattered deeply. One evening, Lily ran a fever. Ethan struggled between Zoom calls and soup for his daughter. Haley appeared with a small bag, gentle and prepared. She applied a cool herbal compress and hummed softly a lullaby from years ago, a memory Ethan thought lost. Tears came unbidden as Haley sang, steady and caring. Lily fell asleep peacefully, and Ethan, shaken, realized how deeply he trusted her presence. Then came the scholarship, a full pediatric program out of state. Haley feared leaving the life she had grown into, the small rhythm of evenings with Ethan and Lily. In the park, she shared the news. It's in Oregon, starts in August, she said. Ethan nodded. You should go, you earned it. Loving doesn't mean holding on, it means letting go. Before she left, they shared one quiet dinner at his home. Lily made a paper chain for each week until Haley's return. You're not going far, she whispered. Haley felt the kind of love that allowed her to leave without guilt or fear. A year later, Haley returned, now a registered nurse. On the rooftop garden of Ethan's company, pastel-colored boxers labeled her first spoon displayed a mother and child silhouette. Haley froze. The image was familiar. A woman cradling a child, a spoon in her hand, subtle but unmistakably them. Ethan approached, calm and warm. He opened a small box with a ring. "I don't want to save you. I want to stay if you'll let me." Haley nodded, not swept away, not desperate, but choosing love from a place of peace. Later, they returned to the restaurant where Haley had once waited alone. Hand in hand with Lily ahead, they approached a table of 3 chairs. Ethan pulled one for Haley, helped Lily into hers. No awkward observation, no distance, just shared presence. "You remember everything?" Haley asked. Ethan smiled. "I remember you," Lily, proud, placed her drawing on the tabula yellow door house. 3 figures, spaghetti on plates. "This is us. Mommy likes spaghetti." Haley's breath caught. She touched the paper, trembling slightly. Words were unnecessary. Love, quiet and earned, filled the space. Candlelight flickered. Nearby, diners laughed. Servers moved gently. But at their small table, the moment was complete. Haley whispered, "You were never late. I just needed to believe long enough to wait." Ethan laced his fingers with hers. Outside, night settled. Inside, 3 lives: Haley, Ethan, Lily sat together, not in rescue, not in fairy tale, but in quiet trust and the miracle of showing up.